Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to Nancy and Apron. Welcome to our kitchen. Today we're going to make some corn casserole. Now this is a first for me. I've never made it. So hopefully I do all of this right. Come on, let's get started. The first thing I did was melt 2 sticks of butter. That's a recommendation, by the way. Makes things a lot easier. But you don't want to put your eggs in there just yet. What we will do is we'll go ahead and put a cup of sour cream, which I find that one of these small containers would be best, because if I use sour cream, this is what I go with. The light sour cream tastes the best to me. But I consider this a cup. It might not be, but that's what I consider it to be. And it's recommended that that be room temperature, but since I didn't pull mine out to room temperature, I'm putting it in this warm melted butter and mixing it. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab a whisk here. We're going to whisk it together. I already have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. I hope this bowl is big enough. I'm not even sure. But again, 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of sour cream. Now, I've had my eggs warming up in, set in some warm water to get them to room temperature, and it only takes about 5 minutes. And so I'm just going to crack these and put them right in this measuring cup, so that when I drop eggshells in, I can pull them right back out. I learned something the other day. I know, I did. I really did. If you crack your eggs in the bowl that you're going to mix them in, then a lot of times you end up with little bitty pieces of shell that you don't even realize is there. So, there's your tip. Don't do that. Crack it in, or on the counter, anywhere but in the bowl that you're going to use. Now, we'll go ahead and mix these in together. Give it a little whisk. I just splattered that everywhere, y'all. Did you see that? It's okay, it's why we have a towel there. I don't see it on the window, so yeah, it flung out pretty good. Okay. And we'll go ahead and pour these eggs in. Trying to keep from making a big mess, and we'll whisk that in. Now I have 2 cans of whole kernel corn that I drained. Now y'all know sometimes you end up with the stalk and everything else in your corn, so yeah, pour it into something else and check it and make sure that there's no bits of stalk or husk or anything in it. And we're going to pour this in to this mixture. Then we're going to do the same thing with this other can of corn. And we're going to pour that in. Corn all in there. And let's get this all folded in together. Let me wipe up my mess. I'm quite messy today. So we're just, I love the smell of corn. Man, it just Makes my mouth water, just the smell of the corn does. Okay. I think I'm going to have to have a bigger bowl. Because I still have 4 more things to put in here. So let me get a bigger bowl. It's not going to be one you're going to be able to see through. Well, I don't know. Let me try this first. I'm going to add in 2 boxes of Jiffy cornmeal mix. And let's break up those big clumps. Nobody wants to eat a clump, right? I don't know. It's the same cornmeal mix or cornbread mix, but the packages is different. Okay. Alright. I probably should have put the cornmeal mix in, or cornbread mix in first, because I could have used my whisk to make sure there were no lumps. Now with corn in there, how are we going to know, right? Okay. There's a tip for you. All the wet ingredients first, with the exception of the corn, the creamed corn. Then put your Jiffy corn bread mix in. Get it nice and smoothed out. Then start adding your corn. Well, like I said, this is a first for me, so. Now I've got a 9x13 baking dish over here. I'm going to spray some nonstick on it. And we're going to have to let this bake for about an hour. Some people call it corn pudding, corn casserole, corn pudding. Now you can put some cheese in this too if you want to. A lot of folks do. But if you want to make it with cheese in it, it's totally optional. Alright, now that mixed up pretty good. But I am thinking these are not going to fit. Creamed corn. Reach in there and get all that goodness out with a spatula. And we'll slowly, because I'm almost running over. Slowly mix this in together. Be sure and scrape the bottom of your bowl, the sides. You want everything mixed in really well. Now I'm doubling this, just so you know. I'm doubling this. So if you only want a 9x9, ooh, it's so close. Wow. Okay, cool. If you only want a 9x9, then do half of this recipe. Can of corn, can of creamed corn, 1 box of Jiffy mix, 2 eggs, 1 stick of butter, half a cup of sour cream. I just hope when I go to pour this that I don't make a huge mess. That would be so sad. To have made it this far with no catastrophe. And then boom. Again, the corn just smells so good. If you like corn, it smells really good. Right. Yeah. That's what it looks like. That's the mixture. So let me get this 9x13 dish sprayed. I hope that all fits in there. Maybe I should have got a bigger dish out. Okay. All right. here we go, friends. Let's see. Let's see how this works. Oh yeah, there we go. If you pour it from the right angle. Made a little bit of a mess, but on my hand, which is fine. We're good with that. Okay. I'm good with that because I'm just gonna wipe it right off. I know. If I wore an apron, then I probably, what's called Nana's hidden apron for a reason. I don't wear one. Now you don't have to salt this, and there's no need for any seasonings unless you just want to dress the top up with a little bit of dry parsley, which I probably will. Just a little bit of rosemary or thyme on the top. That would probably taste really good. Okay. Yeah. In the oven, it's going to go for, I'm going to set it for 50 minutes, but it's probably going to take 60. So let's get this into this preheated oven. And then I'll set my timer for 50 minutes. And I will hope that it doesn't spill out. I'm thinking I might put some aluminum foil up under it, just in case. Because that's going to rise a lot, and there's a lot in it. I'll be back in an hour. Now doesn't that just look delicious? Let's see here. Look at that. See the little crust around the top there? Isn't that nice? Now we just let it sit and cool down. And then we'll warm it up just before we're ready to serve it. That is corn casserole or corn pudding, whatever you want to call it. It's been called both, so. When it's time for lunch, we're doing a luncheon today, so, and when it's time and we take a taste of this, I'll do a little video and let you all see what we think about it. But until then, if you have not subscribed yet, I hope you will. Click the subscription button and the notification bell so that you know every time we put new content on. And I say we because it's not just me in this kitchen a lot of times. It's also Tom. Y'all know Tom.
The official taste tester of Nana's Hidden Apron.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so we'll be back with a taste test in just a minute. Well, I 100% forgot to get video of us tasting that corn pudding. Corn casserole, corn pudding. But I can tell you that it was a hit. And everybody that tried it did like it. I tried it. I thought it tastes very good. I mean, mostly it just tastes like corn in cornbread to me. But Tom liked it. He said he liked it too. So if I fix it again, then we'll definitely show the taste test. But you all take care. And we'll see you the next time. Thanks for viewing. Bye now.